I'm Leo.
I'm Lindsey.
And this is our bus, a bus named Sue. It's a 2003 International with the 7.3 diesel.
So the kitchen we actually built last. We kind of were doing the frame around the entire bus. The stove we got off of Craigslist. This was like under $100 from somebody that had bought a skoolie trying to convert it and then gave up and got an RV. So we reaped the benefits on that one. It's full size. It has you can put in full size pans in there, and it's a 3-burner. And we have this little backboard here of just natural wood that we had found. We have storage on this side too. So this is my storage. Has all of my makeup and whatnot, nail polish. And then we have these on the side too. This has our jet boil, Ziploc bags, Tupperware. We also have the under storage as well. This keeps our pots and pans, double latch here, and it actually stays shut too when we're driving. Then we have our all of our food is in just this little area. We go grocery shopping probably once every 4 or 5 days, and that's been pretty manageable. And then we have the countertop. This was a scrap piece of birch plywood. Forks, knives, and wine openers. It's a very deep sink, so we can still kind of put in all our dishes in there kind of as storage when we don't feel like doing dishes. And then Leo had made the faucet out of copper pipe, and we have a foot pump that has been it's really nice. It helps us conserve water. And that it comes out of a 6-gallon water jug underneath. And then we have the gray water in the bathroom. So it catches in there, and it's been working out totally fine. We probably dump the gray water out every 4 days, I'd say. And then we have the DC fridge. So up here we just have all of our coffee and just like cooking items, soaps, and dishes. I actually made the spice rack, so I'm proud of that. And we use the same copper wire to keep them in. I do like to cook, so I didn't want to risk leaving any spices behind. So that's been great to have them all. We actually had some leftover rod from our curtains, and we had some more scrap wood. And so now we can just pop this up if we ever need more space when we're cooking, or sometimes when we're watching TV, we put up another laptop or monitor up here and hang out. Leo and I have been together 5 years, and since we started dating, he has been pushing this lifestyle. He's already done it. He converted a van. Honestly, I think after being together for that long and you continuing to talk about all of the benefits of this life, I had decided to take the plunge. After college, I just have been working in an office job, your regular 9 to 5. And, we would come home and watch TV and then hang out with friends and talk about the TV that we watched. And I could see that was going to happen for, a long time.
Forever.
Yeah. And I just had, I wanted to explore more and kind of push the boundaries a bit more.
One of my must-haves for the build was getting the cubic mini wood stove. I've been following that company forever and just always wanted a reason to get one, and so we bought a bus. We do want to do some cold weather stuff, and I didn't want to depend on anything else mechanical that could break. This was like the simplest. Just drill a hole through the roof and fire it up. And we've been through a couple snowstorms and ice storms, and it's worked out great for us. This is just the heat activated fan, so it pushes that dry heat around and keeps a lot of the moisture out. we liked the look of the tile in a lot of other buses, so we took a chance on that, and it's held up really great, no cracks or anything, and we've done about 3,500 miles on some bumpy roads, and it's held tough. I've switched on to these. They're the EnviroLog, and it's just compressed recycled cardboard and paper and a wax, and these actually burn longer than the compressed hardwood. So these have been awesome. Originally we were going to do a curtain, and then Lindsey came up with this idea, which worked out perfect. This stuff is super easy to cut, and it's just a much cleaner look, we feel, than just having a curtain, a little more privacy. We went with the Nature's Head composting toilet. It was a big purchase, but it was definitely worth it. We're very happy with that so far. No smells, no issues. It's easy to empty out, and yeah, easy to fill it with we were using the Coco Coir. And then we have all our toiletries on shelves in here, mirror. Even though we don't have a shower in here, we kind of keep everything in this area to keep it contained. For showers, we have the Planet Fitness Black Card, so it's super easy. Everywhere we've been, we've only been on the road about 3 weeks now, but every other day we'll hit up a gym and take showers, get a workout in.
Leo had done most of the couch build. I had put together the cushions and the pillows. And then underneath we have storage on both sides. So we just keep a lot of Wilson's food, our cat's food and toys and whatnot in here, and then extra food if we do have extra dry goods. I had made all the curtains. There's 6 total. They're just made out of drop cloth, so like $10, not even, for like a 10-foot package on drop cloth. What we think is really cool is we made sure that there was pockets within the curtains so that we can slide Reflectix in and out for extra insulation. And, you know, if we don't need this, if we're in a warmer spot, or we can always take them out easily. So it was really smart, and it's actually really saved us on very cold days. Leo's dad had this piece of live edge in his garage for years, and he had given it to us, and we knew we wanted it for something. Leo had the idea of making this kind of as the backboard. He used Danish oil, and that kind of sealed everything in, and we just love how it ended up.
The charge controller into the little armrest area of the back end of the couch, and we have a super simple electrical system. Everything's DC, and then we just have a 1,000-watt inverter and 300-watt or 100 amp hour AGM batteries, and then 200 watts of solar on the roof. 2 sets of light switches. We got one up here and then one on the bathroom wall for the 2 lights up there. And we got this one on a dimmer in case at night we're reading or something, we don't want to be lit up. Full XL size, so a little smaller than a queen, but it allowed for us to have a little bit of extra storage space at the end of the bed. We just got 6-inch memory foam off of Amazon in the full XL size, and it's totally fine. We love it. We brought a lot of clothes. We each have one of these, and these baskets are screwed into the top of these little shelves that we got. And we each have 2 shelves, 2 baskets, and it's too many clothes. And then more clothes storage up here. These baskets, they look like they're hanging, but they're screwed in too. Those have made it 3,500 miles so far, so it's working. The bed does lift up. It's easy access to some cat stuff, and then pots and pans that we don't use very often. And then we also sell pressed flowers online and at marketplaces, so we got all our inventory back here. And then my electrical system's down here. It's not super easy access, but if I pull this out, I can crawl in there and get to everything I would need to. don't get too attached to a schedule. That was one of the hardest things of saying like, all right, today I'm going to tackle all the plumbing stuff, and then you expect it to be done that day, but you'll run into an issue and it could be 3 days, and just keeping your patience with that type of thing and just going with the flow, I guess. That's kind of what this lifestyle is all about. For the ceiling, we did rip out all the original panels. So a lot of time on the grinder and with the chisel. We added 1.5 inches of foam, and then we used spray foam in any of the gaps that we couldn't get the big foam boards in. And then this is just beadboard, because I'm about 6'1", and I was trying to save as much head height as I could. I still can't fully stand in here, but this was the best option to keep some of that height. And then we just did the max air vent, which is huge for when we're cooking or just to air the place out. For the floor, we ripped up everything again, just like the ceiling, and we put down 1 inch of foam and then 5/8 plywood for like a subfloor. And that's just a floating floor, and then I put some boards along the sides to kind of keep it down. And then on top, it's just a vinyl floor, super cheap, 98 cents a square foot, clicked together, and that was done in a few hours.
I really like the idea of like minimalism and just being able to explore. And I mean, obviously it hasn't been easy every day, but the benefits totally outweigh the negatives. And I've been loving it overall. We were so obsessed with just the build and living in the build. And so now it's really exciting to be in that next phase and start, dreaming in that aspect as well. And it's just, it's been incredible so far. We do have a cat on board. His name is Wilson. So we wanted to make sure that we had space for him too. So I had made his litter box. So we have pellets in here and a little pee pad, and it's actually really nice. It keeps everything very clean. It's at the front of the bus, so when he does do his business, it's farther away from us. So that's been great. And then we have another utility drawer here, the desk drawer. And so we have his food and water and wet food in this little drawer, and that's been great.
This is our front door mudroom kind of area. This is just all our shoe storage, gym bag, a lot of shoes, our little sticker collection that we started. This is just like our catch-all junk drawer, front of the house type of thing. Electronics that I can easily grab, battery chargers for the drill, stuff like that. And then up on top, we just added some strapping and scrap wood around it to have a little extra catch-all up top too. So usually this is full of like my map and books and pens and pencils, stuff like that. Just a cheap bike rack. It was a last minute idea. We realized it would be nice to have something to get around campsites or a quick trip to the store. So we got a little beach cruiser that hangs on here. 3 more toolboxes that go in here. This is all my power tools. I got ski and snowboard gear over here, a propane heater if for any reason we needed a backup. I just like to have that safety. And then got her skis here, my square that was huge in building the thing, so I felt like I needed that on the road. And then underneath here, we have our propane box. It's in a sealed box on the inside that vents underneath. Our main goal was to get here for our maiden voyage, and then we figured this would be a good launching point for if we wanted to stay in warm weather, or we do want to have some winter season. So we're up in the air. We've met a lot of people here already with different plans. Some of them are going to ski areas, some of them are hanging out down here. So we'll just see what happens at the end of the week and see if we're enjoying the weather, or if we're really craving some snowboarding, we'll head for Tahoe or Colorado or wherever. Yeah, thanks for checking out our bus. You can follow us at bus named Sue on Instagram.
And I have an Etsy page too. It's Novo Designs Co. We sell pressed flowers. We're pressing flowers all over the country as we go along, and then we frame them in a double glass frame. So it's kind of a piece of our travels as we go. So make sure to check that out on Etsy and Instagram. It's Novo Designs Co.
You're always going to find something that you could have done better, or if you could go back in time, restart type of thing. But you just gotta sometimes be happy with what you did, and if it works, it works. And I just keep saying it's a bus at the end of the day. So, but we're pretty happy with how it came out.
We want this to be fun, and once it stops being fun, then do something else.